to your favorite friends on Minifig.
I'm Stud, and we've got part 1 of our Series 10 minifigure review. So here are the packages. Minifig has a little sheet that it comes with.
Again, 16 characters and 5,000 Mr. Gold. Not a lot. And even shows you on the back, it says it right in this corner, super rare.
Yeah, super rare. We are hoping to find Mr. Gold. We have not found Mr. Gold yet. Let us know if you find Mr. Gold, because we'd like to hear about that. So we've got the first 8 here. We just want to break this video up into 2 parts. So let's get a better look at these right now. Let's zoom in! Alright guys, here are our first 8 reviews for our Series 10 minifigures. And before we get started with getting them on the pedestal, I did want to show you just a good shot of the packaging. I know you've seen this before in pictures, but here we go with the packages, just so you know exactly what you're looking for. Look for that Series 10, clearly they're gold, because we are all looking for the elusive and very valuable, I might add, Mr. Gold minifigure. So this is the back of the pamphlet that we get, and then there are all of our Series 10s. But let's do this, and we'll start with, let's see, the baseball fielder on our pedestal. So just let me get everything into position for us. And let me just move this up and get a little closer for you. From back a bit so we get better lighting. And here he is. Now, you can see right off that his baseball jersey, his shirt there, does say the team name, which is Stackers. So he plays for the Stackers. It's clever. Team name. You see he's got blue arms, and the baseball cap is gray with a blue S for Stackers on it. Now, one thing to point out here, it's quite obvious, but I haven't seen this before, and that this glove is, well, it turns, and I guess it does come out. Let me see here. If we can pull, yeah, so the glove is kind of just like a hand piece. And it sticks in there, so that is neat. I really like how they give you that glove mold. And you know that a lot of these minifigures do come with accessories. This one does not, probably because we get the glove. So that's our baseball fielder. Next up, we'll go with the Paintball Player. And you can see he's got some green splatter all over his helmet, his headgear there, the mask, the torso, and the pants. And he does have a pretty sweet paintball gun. And if we just get the cap off, you can see that is, well, that's his game face right there. If you ever played paintball, that's the face you need to use when you're playing. And someone also did shoot him in the back. That's not cool. Try not to do that when you play paintball. And it also hurts a little bit when you play, but it's a lot of fun. There's our Paintball Player. Now we will move on to the Decorator. I'm just going to show you that we also get a little pail here for the Decorator. That's our pail. And he's got a roller brush. I really like this accessory. And he's got overalls, and he is painting with blue paint. And he also has some on the back. And he also has some paint on his face. You can see there. The hat also isn't like your typical hat that we get for a lot of the Lego City characters. This is more like a painter's cap, if you would. And the next figure we'll take a good look at here is our Revolutionary Soldier. And that is a good depiction of a Revolutionary Soldier. He's got a bow tying the hair back. And actually, back then, this wasn't the real hair. When you see the pictures of, you know, politicians or soldiers from back in the day, these were actually wigs. I don't know if you knew that or not, but there's some history for you. And this is the weapon that we get with him. And I could just take this off so you can see all of the back torso printing. Okay, let's keep this show moving. And we are going to move on to the Librarian. Now, remember we got a nerd, I think, in the last series, and he came with a mug. And this mug that she gets says, shh, because we gotta be quiet in the library, because people are reading and studying and stuff. But libraries are kind of, well, not as popular as they once were. This is the book she comes with. It says, Oranges and Peaches. And nothing inside. This is our librarian. I'll put her mug down. You can see the printing there. And she does look very librarian-ish because, well, she's got glasses. Maybe a little stereotypical. But it does make you look brainier, I suppose. And there's a little hairpiece. I guess she does have kind of a librarian look going on. All right. Now, this is one of my favorites. I remember looking at the pictures of these minifigures before they came out, and this is the one of them that I was like, can't wait to see this one in person. It is the Sad Clown, just all black and white, and my favorite piece probably is the cap. It is a really neat headpiece, well, really neat hat. You can see there. And I like the ruffles around the neck. The printing kind of matches all the way down the torso, and you do get some leg printing there. So simple, I think maybe that's why I like it too, but effective for our Sad Clown. And then we're going to move over to Grandpa. So here is Grandpa, and Grandpa comes with a newspaper. The Old Times. Yes, Grandpa. Ah, the old times. And he gets a mug. And this is interesting here because I like how they did this. Little, instead of a hat, it's kind of a headpiece that fits right on perfectly. You could barely even tell that it goes on to give him the bald head with the comb over. So Grandpa's rocking a comb over. Don't do that, please. We do not approve comb overs here at YCF. But now let's think about this. They went and they made this great bald head piece mold that fits right on perfectly. Just thinking here that we're going to get some cool head molds for the Simpsons. Now, are we going to get head molds like this where they use a minifigure head and something go right on top? Or are we just going to get like Chima style, like big giant molds that go right over heads? Or are we going to get like Galaxy Squad style where it's like a rubbery mold altogether? We don't know, but I am intrigued. Now, our 8th and final minifigure in this review is Bumblebee Girl, the other one I really like. Now, the accessory with Bumblebee Girl is, well, it is a bowl of honey with a little picture of a bumblebee on there and some honey coming out. Similar to the Leprechaun's pot of gold, you don't get any studs, so no honey to go inside. But this is Bumblebee Girl, and she also gets wings. No printing on the back, but a pretty cool headpiece, which
is kind of movable like that. So rubbery, not completely hard plastic. And you can see she's got some pink printing on the face. She's very happy. She's all striped like a bumblebee. And that is our Bumblebee Girl. Okay, so that does it for, and here you can see the minifigures I have just kind of scattered. But, so here's round 1. Stick around for part 2 of our Series 10 minifigure review extravaganza.
Now, minifig, which is your favorite minifigure?
I like the old man.
You're gonna go with the old man?
The old man and another one. And that he's old. His little newspaper says old times with the old card.
Yeah, so
which I think
you're
that
going
is
for 2.
Funny.
So you have 2 favorites.
I like the old man and the paintball shooter.
Paintball Player. Alright, and I am going to go... This was really hard because I liked a lot of these.
I did too.
But I think for me, I like the Bee Girl only because it reminds me of a song that came out called No Rain by Blind Melon when I was in high school. You know? So that's why I'm really digging the Bee Girl. And then and the other ones, I'll go for 2 also. This is a really hard choice.
Yes.
You know what? Well, I know Mama Faye likes the painter.
Yeah.
So we'll give her the painter, but I also like the clown. It's simple.
Right.
It's simple because it's black and white, but it says so much.
Right.
It speaks to me.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing your comments and seeing which your favorite minifigure is, and we'll be corresponding with you there.
Yes.
And stick around in part 2, and we'll see you there.